Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Izzah Binti Wahat from JBA2425C. Today, I will talk about false disclosure issues on companies publishing misleading and untrue financial disclosure on social media. Have you ever been lied by means of someone in your life? How does it feel? You certainly would sense like an idiot and are being betrayed by people around you. At the same time, this situation also can happen in business world. Okay, what is the meanings of false disclosure? It is the misuse of the amount of money spent by the company, and they refuse to disclose when being investigated. Some of the investors only know the scope of the business in the company, but not the actual situation. This is a kind of false disclosure because the investor have the right to know the actual performance of the company in terms of their profit and loss. The media also is quick to report about corporate debt, false announce of good result, and manipulate all kinds of information, and often coinciding with the end of the financial explosion in the economic growth. Disclosure also intended to provide information of the companies that can influence investor decision. One of the purpose of disclosure is to enable the investor to evaluate the shares and assess the company's ability to create value. What are the effects of disclose the misleading and untrue financial disclosure to the social media? First is could be investigated. If the company's financial statement is suspected of being misleading, the Securities Commission or Canadian Securities Administrator could investigate their statement to see if it is in any violation of any law. They will also evaluate any information that the companies leave out from the true information. Secondly is incur financial loss. If the company is caught of being disclosed the false information, they will end up losing a lot of money. They may also be charged a fine by the Securities Commission for the false statement. Sometimes the fine may be both for current deceptive practice as well as any future practice. If the companies were sued, then they will have to deal with legal fees and settlement money in case they lost the case. Lastly is lost the trust of the investor. When the company engage in false disclosure, the investor will perceive as untrustworthy. Both the investor that the company already have and any potential new investor will tend to feel like the company betrayed them and take their business elsewhere. The investor won't be loyal anymore and that will run the company's business. Nowadays, economic globalization has added value to reliable information worldwide. The emergence of false statements in their disclosure not only significantly affect investor interest, but also harm the market and the company. Without the confidence of the investor in the integrity of market, the market cannot function and develop properly. Other than that, accuracy and transparency in the disclosure of the information are therefore is the key areas of the market regulation. Based on the issues, the Canadian Security Administrator analysed on social media disclosure from more than 100 public traded companies and found that 77% had no rules and regulation to guide them in online disclosure practice. Besides that, misleading information on social media by a deceptive company can cause significant volatility in stock price and also damage the investor's decision. When too much information has been illegally disclosed to the social media, the company's performance will worsen and all the investors will fine for the new company. The concern by the other parties included of several instances where false or misleading statements that were posted on social media sites such as Twitter, Facebook and YouTube is all from the directors of the companies itself. It is possible that the information given to the media is not the information that are needed by the investor because of the manager's behavior to make a false statement to hide their financial irregularities. In financial world, misleading and untrue financial disclosure of information cases will occur at least one case where the data published by the company was not disclosed in any regularity document and did not comply with generally accepted by accounting principles. Hence, the CSA will conduct an audit to ensure publishers' posts on social media will comply with the national laws that require them to provide balanced information rather than selectively information or make misleading statements.
Cashes in, the president releasing his annual financial disclosure report. It gives a glimpse into the president's finances, but just that, a glimpse. It is far from a full picture tonight. What we learn is that the president earned at least $434 million last year. What we don't learn is who paid him all that money and to whom does he owe money. But one highlight in the report is this. The Trump International Hotel in Washington, D.C. made $40.8 million last year. That's more than last year. And it's money powered by lobbyists and diplomats and business people, reportedly from countries including Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Kuwait, and Malaysia. Trump minting money at the hotel, thanks in no small part to his presidency. He even admitted it under oath in a deposition when he was only a candidate for the White House. He was talking about how his rise in the polls, his wins in the primaries, was helping that hotel specifically.
We've beaten a lot of people. I think people like that. So I think it's had I think it'll be great for the building in question.
Well, it's been great for that building. It's a building Trump visits frequently as president, as does his staff. A building that Trump blatantly promoted to the world.
I have probably the best piece of land in Washington. One of the great pieces of land, the old post office. And I'm very proud of it. It's a great building. We built it into a hotel. It's on Pennsylvania Avenue, right between the Capitol building and the White House, right smack in the middle.
So who are the players paying up to get close to Team Trump? Well, we don't know, and that's a problem. So the disclosure form that we just got is 88 pages, only 88 pages. Only, you say? Yes, I reply. Compare that to Trump's taxes. These are two of the only images we have of Trump's returns. We'll show them. This is from October of 2015. I think we can all agree that that is a whole heck of a lot more than 88 pages. And that is why Americans still need to see the president's tax returns. Tomorrow is the deadline for the Trump administration to turn over 6 years of tax returns to Congress. And tonight it seems clear the administration will defy yet another subpoena.
To prevent some companies from disclosing false statements to hide their financial information, they can use the social media to post the key information as they must inform the investor in advance which platform they will use to disclose the information. Directors who are jointly and severally liable for misrepresentation, including the circumstance in which directors also involved in providing the false statement to the media, they will be liable for the statement that have been made. Therefore, affected investors have the right to claim the compensation for the losses incurred after submitting false information and before disclosing the misrepresentations. It means that the investor have the right to claim for the losses incurred when they found that the companies has given them the untrue financial statement. In my point of view, whatever things that we do in our life, ethical behavior is important. Ethics is a vital element for a professional companies because it plays a critical role for the company's operation. Without ethics, this can have the bad impact to the company's economic growth. Some of the companies have faced the financial reporting challenges in the face of unpredictable COVID-19 pandemic and its impact on business of all sizes. It is due to the investors that are scrutiny to find the companies that have a good financial performance. In order to attract more investors, directors should publish the untrue financial information to the media. To sum up this issue, the law should set out specific rules to the investor and also directors if the companies disclose false statements. In order for the investor effectively exercise their right, there must be a procedural requirement regarding to the director's liability for information they wish to disclose. A higher level of information disclosure may lead to a better quality of information. Improving the true information that investors receive on the financial market enables them to raise the quality of their expectation to attract more investors. Information disclosure has remained important for the company's operation in the financial market that's striving for the stability of their results.
During this COVID-19 crisis, transparency does not mean by providing all information, as the third parties are not free to disclose false information or hide confidential information. There is also no guarantee that the company will provide investors with the information they need to make decisions. The company can process the information provided, which is they can manipulate some of the financial statement. Converting information that have been reported by the company can make the investor have a lot of things to observe. So they will find the best company among the others. However, disclosure of information also improve the investor about the business. Management decisions to publish financial disclosure is important to the companies in the futures.